All right, so hi, good morning, and welcome to our class. So, how are you doing today? All good. Okay, that's good to hear. So, before we start our class, let us put ourselves to the holy presence of God as we pray. All right, so once again, good morning. Now let's check who is absent today. All right, so everybody's around. That's good. Now this time, before we jump into our new lesson, I know you guys are excited. Let us first go back to the lesson that we had last time. Okay, what did we discuss? Okay, very good. So last time we discussed about theater, plays, and stuff. Okay, so now at this moment, before we jumped into our new lesson, let us have our learning objectives. First, we have analyzed the steps on how to make play review in a play presented, compose a play review of the play chosen by the groups, and lastly, develop the value of self-determination and evaluating the play review. Okay, so that's our learning objectives for today. All right, so to start the day with something different, I want you guys to think of any plays, any place, and then later on, any place that you're familiar with, and then later on, you are going to share to the class your favorite lines, characters, song lines, and stuff. Okay? Alright, so I think we are all good with that one. Okay. All right, so thank you so much. Now, later on, we are going to talk more about the plays that you have given. But at this time, you guys gave me so much plays. But since we are going to divide you into two groups, we are going to choose two plays, which is the majority plays that everyone is going to choose. All right, so that plays, the two plays will be your group. So we have here, like for example, you chose the play Les Miserables, and the other one is the Phantom of the Opera. So this will be the group 1 and group 2. All right. Okay, very good. Now this time, guys, for our activity, we are going to give you 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 7 minutes will be allotted for you to do brainstorming, talk about the play, about the cast, the acting, technical aspects, and stuff. Okay, so you are going to talk about that, and yeah, later on we are going to talk about that. Now, the 8 minutes or the remaining time would be allotted for the presentation. So you are going to present whatever you have discussed in the group. All right? Okay, do you have any questions? None so far. Good job. Okay, so now we have to get to work. Okay. Time 15 minutes is over, and the students will be presenting whatever they have discussed in a group. Okay, and after that one, I will be asking questions, general questions about the presentation. All right, so before we proceed, please take note of the things that you have presented, because later on you are going to use that one after the discussion. All right.
Morning. So for our proper discussion, we will be talking about, or I will be discussing to you things about on how to write or compose a play review. Okay, for step one, understand the purpose of a play review. So let me discuss to you, or let me talk to you about what is a play review. A play review is a subjective and educated response to a piece of theater. The reviewer, you guys, should have a strong background in theater so their opinion is informed and credible. Though this is not really a requirement to write a good play review. Okay, so we have here some notes to keep in mind before you can write a good play review. Note 1. The review should also give potential audience member a sense of the play. It's not just a review of what is good and what's bad. Okay, so they should be able to immerse themselves on the review that they are playing. Note number 2. Noting that you thought the play was good or bad will not create a strong play review. Instead, you should be specific in your critique and have a thoughtful analysis of the production. Meaning, just saying that this play is good or this play is bad will not give a sense of credible or well-informed review to the reader. You have to give reasons on why that thing is good, why that thing is bad, why that thing is of your likeness, and so on. Okay? For the third note we have here, the review should also describe the situation or plot of the play without giving too much information to the reader. Because if you give too much information to the reader, you might spoil the reader of the piece that they're about to watch. Okay, let's have for step number two. Look at the traditional structure of a play review. The standard play review contains 5 paragraphs. There are other approaches that you can use, such as comparing 2 plays in one review or write a longer reviews for one play. But traditionally, a play review will analyze several elements of the production in 5 paragraphs. Okay, these paragraphs would include down below. Paragraph 1. Your introductory paragraph should describe what you saw on stage. What, meaning that what you saw on stage, all of the a brief summarization of what is on stage, the costumes, the lighting, and everything. Okay, just a brief one. Paragraph number 2. Briefly summarize the plot of the play. Paragraph number 3. Discuss the acting, the directing, and react to the performers playing the characters that they are playing or that they are portraying. Paragraph number 4. Describe the design elements of the production, such as the lighting, the sound, the costumes, makeup, sets, and props. And for paragraph number 5, react to the play as a whole. Would you recommend the play to a potential audience members or would you not? Okay, all of those things should uh, all of those things are the traditional way of making or composing a play review. Okay, let's proceed to step number 3. Read and analyze review examples. Do a Google search of local plays in your city that have reviews online. Pick up newspapers and check the arts and culture section for play reviews, and you can also access online examples reviews that you can find online. Read the reviews and ask this for yourselves. Question number 1. How does the reviewer structure her review? Is she using or is she or he using the traditional structure of a play review, or is she comparing two play reviews? I mean, is she comparing 2 plays in one review? Question number 2. Compare 2 reviews of the same play. How do the reviews compare and contrast? Are they structured differently or have different critiques to the play? And question number 3. Is the reviewer overly critical of the play? Does their analysis seems well supported by scenes in the play or a discussion with design elements of the play? And the last one, how does the reviewer wrap up the review? Is there a recommendation at the end of the article, such as a star rating or a thumbs up or thumbs down? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself for you to make a better play review. Okay, let's proceed to step 4. Read the play you are going to review, if possible. Do a Google, okay. If you are reviewing a popular play like the Hamlet or let's say the Phantom of Opera, you should be able to find a hard copy of the play. Newer or more obscure plays may be harder to find in hard copy. Reading the play will help you get familiar with the subject matter and how it appears on the stage before you see the live production. Okay, so these are the notes. If you'd like to, before you are going to review a play, note the stage directions, the setting notes, and the line breaks or pauses in the dialogue. Pick out any problematic points in the play that you might want to watch for duration the production. For example, if you're going to see Shakespeare's Hamlet, you may make a note of ways how the director might stage a pivotal Ophelia drowning scene. Okay, so in this part, you may want to pick out or look for points in which you might want the reviewer or the reader to look out for. Number 3, your instructor may also ask you to pay particular attention to certain elements like the lighting or the costumes. So make sure you are prepared to recognize them. Let's proceed to step 5. Get a sense of the context of production. You don't want too much research around the production as it may influence your viewing experience, but you should have a sense of the context of the production, which theater company is putting it on, who is directing the play, and what liberties, if any, have they taken with the original content. So, meaning you don't really have to rely on the reviews that you can find online because it really will influence on how you view the theater, or I mean, how you view the play. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. Example, you may be seeing a version of Hamlet that is set in a contemporary times and integrates technology into production. All right, so that's some steps on how to make a good and credible play review. I hope you learned something.
Now, this activity will serve as your assessment, so you should take it seriously because this activity will be graded and you should apply what we have discussed. Okay, time's up. Please submit your outputs. And for your assignment, watch the musical play Ang Huling El Bimbo uploaded on YouTube and make a paper review right after watching it. Thank you and class dismissed.